Biden himself and his decline.
Respond, please, to the criticism, and I'm sure you've seen it in the comments. There are thousands of comments that are appended to your reporting in the Wall Street Journal, and many say, why are we only being told this now? Was there a cover-up? Why did the media not tell us sooner?
Yeah, I have read that. I've gotten some emails to that effect as well. Look, at the Wall Street Journal, we pushed hard on this topic. We were the only outlet that really got behind the scenes in doing reporting about what was happening in the White House. And some of our competitors did really good stories, and Axios was really on top of this. The New York Times was on top of this. But we had the most complete reporting before the debate. And it was a real, the White House pushed back very hard every step of the way. And I know that my competitors felt that pushback when they were doing similar stories. And, it was an enormous amount of pressure coming from the most powerful institution in the world. But that is what we do. That's what we do at the Wall Street Journal. We are there to follow and find the truth. And so, I'm very proud of the reporting that we've done, and we continue at it.
And Annie, I noted in the introduction that before the debate, in June, before the debate, you wrote on this subject, and I remember at the time there was a lot of blowback directed toward the Wall Street Journal for having written that piece. I was left wanting more information in your most recent story about Jill Biden, the First Lady, and Kamala Harris, the Vice President. There wasn't anything about either, what they saw, what they did, how they may have acted to protect this issue. Potential incapacities of the president, I think, is how I would loosely describe it. What can you tell me about Jill Biden and Kamala Harris?
I think those are good questions, and that I think there's more reporting that needs to be done in both areas. But I also want to point out that you were among one of the few journalists in this business who took the initial reporting very seriously. And I deeply appreciate that. And I just wanted to make sure that you know how much that was appreciated in those initial days when our reporting was met with more skepticism than kind of an open mind.
Well, I'll tell you what I remember. I remember the whole Robert Hur interview. I remember the transcript being released, and it was evident that the president was struggling for his responses, which then caused her to assess the president. I'm doing this from memory as a sympathetic older guy who's forgetful. But what I learned from the Journal this week is that that's exactly how the president was in his prep sessions.